y'all, what's going on? What's going on? This is your boy Sub. Gonna be quick. I got a few things I'm busy doing today and or at this juncture. And I am focused on something that well, I ain't gonna say focused, but I had somebody been me and him been corresponding, going back and forth. People are extremely brilliant geniuses on the internet when they trying to talk and comment about things. But they make stupid ass liberal points, and then when you try to call them on it, I'm not a liberal. But that's okay. That's okay. Because I got you today. You know what I'm saying? I got time today. I can carve out a few minutes if need be. You know what I'm saying? So there was a video I did. What's up? What's up? What you know about legs? What you know about legs, man? You don't know nothing about that. This ain't that ain't no Rod Stewart. See, that show you a youngin, man. You a youngin. Talking about some Rod Stewart. That's that's ZZ Top, man. Back in the day. Thank you. Thank you. That was the song back in the day, man. That was the 80s, man. It was good old times. Anyway, um, so I made a video a while ago. Just talking about they put the guillotine outside of Jeff Bezos' house. It was the 29th of August. And no problem, man. And this guy came and got in his feelings and wrote me a soliloquy as to why I'm, I guess, erroneous in my thinking or my logic. Uh, no, I gave a few seconds. I gave a little minute of some ZZ talk. But anyway, the guy came in the comment section. I'm just going to read what he said. He said, "You cannot generalize or assume that poor people are selfish. Many people are poor because they share what little they have and do not keep everything for themselves." Now, that's some very elementary childish child shit. It just is. And I'm going to explain why in a second. I've met many poor people. So now he's giving me this anecdotal shit, which of course I never read those comments. I've met many poor people that in my past whom I've worked with who have offered me food, beverages, or offered me rides home when I have no transportation. They never asked for anything in return. All right. I've also met uh, some well-off individuals who wouldn't give me a fucking dollar, even give me a fucking dollar if their lives depend on it. Right? And this is somebody that's probably under 30. They probably young as fuck, ain't lived past, ain't been through shit. Sound like they probably ain't never, they probably ain't never been nowhere, never experienced it. I mean, I'm not saying it's like it's something that makes somebody better than somebody else, because I haven't been down and out. Right? Let me keep going. He says, in fact, my older sister is one of those greedy bitches. She makes 77K a year, but don't you dare ask her to lend you $5. I didn't even see that one. And I'm not shitting on 77, okay? I'm not shitting on, oh, that ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, but I wouldn't say you rolling in the dough either. If you make 77 a year and you get a certain apartment, car, you eat out a couple of times a week, that's it. That's it. You ain't got nothing left. I don't know what he talking about. But he talking about his sister, okay, all right, so, but don't dare ask her for $5. She will even give you the worst reaction and won't hesitate to give you anything, to not give you anything at all. And if you do manage to borrow $5, you better pay her as soon as possible, or you will never hear the end of it. Yeah, that's probably because it's probably you sound real young, because you saying she makes 77 a year. Like, that's a lot of money. And it can be if you budget. It can be a decent amount of money. But it's probably gonna have to tell motherfuckers like people like you, Black Shark. And let me keep going, right? So next time I would advise you not to generalize that poor people are the most selfish. That is ridiculous. Another thing, yes, I agree that he finna make a minimum wage argument, livable wage bullshit, right? So he said, and he says another thing, yes, I agree that those employees are not entitled to make $30 an hour. This is too much for what they do. So this is the thing, but then why he said that's too much for what they do, right? Then he says, that's more than my wife makes, and she has a college degree. So your wife don't make $60,000 a year. That's what he just said, right? I'm not finna shit on the guy for making a lower amount of money, but you get what I'm saying? Your wife ain't too much. Anyway, let me keep going. He says, however, they should be getting paid an adequate amount for the hard work they do every single day, coping with harsh work conditions. In other words, slightly more than what they're getting. Slightly more. Okay. Um, he says, I'm not going to say everybody can be rich. I'm going to make a point. I'm going to make a real point. This shit it's going to be real mature. I'm not going to try to say everybody can be wealthy millionaires. I'm not going to say that. I believe they should be getting paid more than what they're getting working in those hot, physically demanding warehouses. Okay. You need to research working conditions at Amazon warehouses before you bash someone who protests against Bezos. He said, you can be some greedy, but not too greedy because that alone will make you look like an asshole who favors slavery. Like, fucking this a young motherfucker that hasn't lived his life, that ain't seen shit. I'm just being straight up. He's young, you haven't lived your life, and you ain't seen shit. No way in hell you can sit up here and tell me that this shit you talking makes sense. Then he says sometimes people have no choice at the moment. I agree with that because they are in a desperate need of any job that they can get, and Amazon seemed to be hiring at the time. You do understand that people that make $10 an hour, regardless of how much of a shithole it is, because at the end of the day, $10 of something is better than $0 of nothing, right? So like this dude wrote me this shit. I said, so I came back at him. I sent him an email and said, man, I guarantee you won't debate this shit. So then he comes in and says, you clearly have not. And I said, wait a minute, hold on, let me go back. That's me saying you ain't signed in front of a check. You don't know what you're talking about. He says, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Yes, Bezos has no obligation to overpay his workers, but at the same time, underpaying them is an act of immorality. Let me explain something to you about money, guys. As long as you obey the law, as long as let me tell you something. I had a lawyer explain this to me. If you are an adult in your right mind, this is legally how the courts look at it. If legally you come into a contract with me and we are in agreement, which is what you do when you sign a job, when you get a job, you sign off, fill out the application, paperwork, all that stuff. That's a contract. That's like a contract, right? You sign the back of that check, right? You are in agreement that I will be making this rate for this amount an hour, right? I'll be doing this for this amount an hour. That is, and as long as you are in your right mind legally, according to the law, then it is not wrong. When you say immoral, that means that you want me to feel something. You want to project your emotions onto what I have to say to try to validate your stance, to make your argument seem as though you have the higher moral ground. And as I read this brother's comments, what I'm detecting is a little bit of Marxism. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because what he's trying to do is paint the proletariat or the worker class as the high or as the one that's just innocent. He just said that the poor people are they give me this, they give me that. This is why I say he hadn't lived long, because I believe that if you live long enough and you get in your 40s and 30s and late 30s and 40s and you start making a little money, you start realizing how people are with money. When Master P went off about his family and how much money he done gave them and how people are ungrateful. Any black person that's come up in the black community, if you got any type of money, if somebody know you making 50,000 or more a year in certain segments of the population, people always think you got money. I'm one of those people that friends and family have come to on numerous occasions asking for money. That's why I said selfish people are the most selfish to me. I mean, poor people can be the most selfish. You can say a rich person can be selfish, but statistically, you can't prove that. See, because rich people do the most giving, especially rich conservative evangelical Christians. They give more than anybody. If we want to just measure who gives the most, liberals give the least amount. White evangelical Christians give the most. This shit been like that for years. And so what's up, Naima? So when I hear people say stuff like that, like, well, they just taking the job because they were shit. Let me tell you something, guys. I was fucked up. I worked at Winn-Dixie. I ain't had no money. I was making $400 a week. I hated the job. I got there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had a racist manager that was over me, little teenage cat. Like he's about 22, 23. I want to choke the shit out of him, right? Racist as hell, nasty attitude, talking to me like he with an attitude, real nasty, right? And so when that happened, what's up, y'all? And so when it happened, I was mad. But you know what I did? I went and I started studying Oracle. Every night I started studying P-SQL. When I would go on my lunch break, I would give myself tests. This is right hand to God. This is exactly what I did. I would give myself practice tests every day. I created note cards because I said, I'm going to study for this Oracle certification because I already had a bachelor's degree. I said, I'm going to study for this Oracle certification. I'm going to get certified. And then I'm going to go into IT and I'm going to be making $100,000. That's what I manifested in my mind that I wanted. It didn't go exactly like that, but here I am today, making more than that. So when I hear people tell me that, and this is the thing, I believe everybody is self-made. Not everybody admits it. From the homeless man on the streets to Jeff Bezos, everybody is self-made. Not everybody admits it. You made choices to be where you are. Now I'm gonna go down because he made another comment. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to see this comment he made. I'm gonna read it to you. So he says, I said you're a liberal. I said you liberal ML, so the reason shit on fire now, wanted everyone to be emotional instead of logical, right? And here he go, wrong again. Learn what the true definition of liberal is. Those idiots you showed on the video with the guillotine in front of Bezos' house home are liberals. I'm a ML conservative who believes in proper justification. You can't because if you believe in justice would be, I mean, well, I ain't gonna get into the biblical frame of it, but when you start talking about justification and fairness, what's fair? Is it fair that you deserve $10? I need to give you a livable wage just cause? Like, okay, it's work conditions, so I need to give you a livable wage. There's always somebody that will take it. Somebody that cares more about, getting $400 a week than sweating while they at work. There are people out here like that. A lot of people out here like that. If you give somebody, hey man, if you give somebody $14 an hour to be a line around the corner, I think that's a wage that you'll have a line around the corner and people will be happy to make. You got to make a choice what you want to be. He says a huge difference. I'm not going to be protesting by committing vulgar acts such as gathering in a group and doing what those idiots are doing in front of Bezos' home. I work hard for whatever amount I receive. You mentioned base opportunities and also spoke of being at the right place at the right time. Not everyone received the opportunity to be at Google. You weren't there. That's what you should have said. Are you a millionaire yet? If the answer is no, then ask yourself why. Oh, because you turned down that one business opportunity in the past that you now regret. See, this is a dumb motherfucker. That's why I say he's a young person, because I'm not trying to look. We all young and ignorant and stupid when we're young. There's nothing. I'm not calling just because you're young doesn't mean I have a problem with you. Okay, I was young and made a lot of dumbass comments when I was young. That comment lets me know you haven't lived life long enough. I believe that in my lifetime, and I don't talk about this, there was one that I wish I had taken advantage of in that video where I talked about my brother. My brother worked with this guy when he first got into stockbroking, and my brother we started washing cars, and about a year later, I told you guys I ran into the guy. He had bought a brand new $120,000 Porsche, and he had just made $5 million the previous year as a stockbroker. I turned him down because I was worried about basketball. I said in that video, I regretted doing that because had I been that guy's apprentice, who knows what I would have been today? I'd probably been worth $100 million. That's not the only opportunity I've turned down. That's not the only opportunity where I felt like I could have made millions of dollars and it fell through. I've done all types of things. Let me explain something to you guys. I don't blame nobody but myself. I'm not blaming, and let me read the rest of his comment. I'm gonna show you what I mean. He said, of course, you ask yourself why. Oh, because you turned down a business opportunity in the past and now you regret. Maybe, maybe not. You can never know the outcome of the future. You don't know if anything negative could have occurred with that individual. Get rich or die trying seems like the title that could fit you. But so this the thing, man. He says, but there's one thing about the universe that you need to comprehend. If it's not in the cards for you, then no amount of effort will get you there. If it is, then you will be there with little to no effort. Bullshit. 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 Bullshit, man. Let me tell you why. Number one, first of all, he said get rich or die trying seems to fit you, right? Let me explain something to you. What he's talking about is that desire, that passion that you hear, that belief that I can make it, that can do attitude, that I'm not going to be stopped. I don't want to hear no excuses. Damn right supremacy, damn all that. I'm going to make it. He thinks that means that I am somehow I got this get rich or die trying attitude. Well, I mean, you can say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, it doesn't really bother me. I don't worship money, but I am very ambitious. I am. I have a fiery ambition in me that will not die, that will not simmer. Now I could go die in a car accident tonight or tomorrow. Who knows? And if I do, then you will be right. But let me explain something to you because I heard somebody say this yesterday. They said, you know what? If somebody, when you have an hourglass, say, imagine you got an hourglass and you can only see the bottom half of it. You turn it over and you see the sands falling out. You don't know if you got a lot of sand left or a little sand left, but you need to live your life as though there's a lot of sand there so that you can maximize every moment that you have. So that if I'm sick or if I get hit in a car accident and I'm laying on the ground in the rain, staring up at the sky, and my life flashed before me, did I give it all I fucking had? Can I die knowing that I gave it all I had? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's, you know what? I may never get there. I have to admit that I may never be this multimillionaire. Okay, fine. He seems to somewhat be gleeful about the fact that I ain't rich, that I'm not a millionaire yet, right? He seemed happy about that shit. But that's another video. I could tell a young motherfucker that probably thinks something about me that he really doesn't know me. You get what I'm saying? Because he said, anyway, we gonna keep going. But the thing is, if I'm dying on my last few moments of breath, I can say, you know what? I gave it all I had. I gave it all with basketball. I gave it all with whatever I wanted to do in life. I gave it all I had. I didn't half-ass it. You know, I didn't go half-ass. I gave it all I had. I went balls to the wall the whole time. I never once sat and made excuses for why I can't do this and I can't do that. I don't believe in shit like that. When I listen to somebody that thinks that, well, why are you not a millionaire yet? Ask yourself that. Let me explain something to you. I'm not a millionaire yet because of my own choices. I don't look at the universe. I don't think like that. I made bad choices. True. Exactly. You're right. He get mad because she talking about she tight. Exactly. So that tells me right there, you probably got your way of thinking is less than $77,000. So you probably just don't have a reality in your mind that you can even make more than your sister. That's entry level money in IT for my students. That's good money. I'm not saying it's not. I'd be proud of my students to get there, but that's where they start. And if you come back after 3 or 4 years, they're gonna be making way more than 77,000 a year. You better believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's good money for somebody just getting started in IT. But to be honest with you, I don't want no damn. You give me 77,000, I'm quitting. I don't want that damn job. Like, all right, man, I hold this joker for a month or two so I can find something else. That's how I think. You get what I'm saying? It's a difference in mentality. Now, I think I need to be making more than what I'm making now. So I need to stretch myself. I need to stretch who I am as a person. There are things that I need to learn. I think the only reason I'm not a millionaire yet is because of the choices and the knowledge that I made, and the choices that I made, and the knowledge that I do not have yet. But I'm always on a daily mission to obtain that knowledge, to attain that focus. Why? No. I'd like to respond to shit like this because a lot of people think like that. You need to lay this shit out so people can see the stupidity of that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So he really thought he was getting up under my skin. You're not a millionaire yet. I get the feeling I'm doing better than you. Probably twice or two, maybe 3 times better than you. So you can't talk shit to me. Maybe I got some type of knowledge. I know a little something. You know what I'm saying? And when I was his age, I probably was shit. I was one step away from being a millionaire. Didn't have shit to do with that guy who was the stockbroker. Because I had my own ingenuity and focus got me to a level of $600,000 in 12 months flipping houses. So I know a little something. I ain't no damn pushover. Now, do I think that I made bad choices at that time? Yeah, I made choices that I had never made because I'd never been at that level. And so you grow to a certain level and you break a mold and you want to grow bigger. Then you break that mold and you go break bigger. Then you break that mold. That's how life works, man. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be focused on trying to, say, well, shit, it ain't in the cards. I have and my boy will be mad if he hear me say this, but I'm gonna tell the truth. My homeboy, 7 feet tall, said it wasn't in the cards for him to make it. And every time he tell me that, he know I tell him the truth. I said, no, brother, it was in the cards for you to make it. You just didn't work hard. He's like, what? I said, yeah, man, because think about it. When we was in school, you was 7 feet tall. He even got to the NBA, and the coach yanked his chain and messed him up because he really he could play. Franchise could hoop. You know what I'm saying? Franchise got in the camp for the Denver Nuggets. That's funny. They in the playoffs now. He went and worked out for the Denver Nuggets and put work in, right? Balled out and was about to sign a contract. And they called our old coach, God rest his soul, Ben Job. And Coach Job said, nope, nope. You know why? Because when he was at Tuskegee, Coach didn't like how he acted. Now, truth be told, he wasn't that damn bad for you to mess the boy up like that. He was just acting silly a couple of times, but he still, for the most part, he wanted to win. But you know, Coach Job had a grudge, and when they asked him 5, 6 years later, or 3, 4 years later, nah, don't let that kid play. No. See what I'm saying? So he made an enemy. But it's still at the end of the day, and I tell him, I said it was your own choice. It wasn't like you went in, bust your ass, laid it all on the line, and then you just wasn't good enough. That ain't how it worked. You had everything. I hate to see people in sports and have opportunity. A lot of times people that don't make it, they'll say, well, it wasn't in the cards. It wasn't technically in the cards, but it's because of your own choices and mistakes that you made in your life. What's up, man? What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? You make bad choices. I'm not finna blame it on fate or I can say collectively, yeah, throughout my life, yeah, they what God wanted for me. Da, da, da. I hate to hear people like, nigga, you was number one in the country in this or that, and you made dumb choices. You wise. Well, maybe that's it. Maybe I wasn't born with the level of maturity. Exactly, but you ruined it. See, I own my shit. If I fuck up, if I don't make it, I fucked it up. I don't say it was life. It wasn't for me. No, nigga, I made bad choices and I didn't get there. I made this, I made that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I made bad choices. I didn't just get into this situation and then start people just were doing me wrong. No, people want to give you something and help you. Let me tell you something. People want to help people that want to make it. People want to help people that want to be successful. Get out if you're on the side of the road and push a car. Watch what happens. People gonna pull over and help you push that damn car. That same person can sit in that car and people will ride by their ass and never help them. It's a mentality. You know what I'm saying? Success is a mentality. So you damn right. I've psyched myself out. I have convinced myself that I will be rich. Sorry. If that angers you, if that makes you feel like I somehow have low character because I'm motivated, because I'm ambitious, you can kiss my black ass. That's what you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's real. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something real about sports. I'll tell you something funny, James Earl. The funny thing about sports, a lot of times you can go and work in the gym and work out, but you're doing the wrong thing. Like if you're a good ball handler, don't you in the gym working on your ball handling when you should be working on your jump shot. Or you got a good jump shot, but you can't put the ball on the floor. And I see people in there just shooting a bunch of jump shots. Like, man, you can shoot, but shit, you can't dribble. You can't create your own shot. Why don't you work on that? Or you can shoot, you can dribble, but it's hard to shoot off the dribble. That takes another level of skill. Going left, you can do moves going to the right that you can't do going left. Maybe you need to work on being ambidextrous, working on both, going both hands, doing both things. Floaters with the left, everything with the left that you can do with the right. So it's hard to stop you. That is why, and I learned that later. When I was a kid, I used to do a lot of shoe jumpers and trying to be in shape, but it was shit that I needed to work on that I didn't work on until I was in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't make it. I don't have no problem with it. If somebody had came from the future and say, hey, man, at 12 years old, work on this. Don't go play pickup. Don't be playing this. Do this every day. By the time I'd have got to the 7th grade, I'd have been a better ball player. I just didn't make good choices. It is what it is. I didn't have nobody to teach me. I had my brother, but my brother could play, but he never played organized ball himself. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn. By the time I played organized basketball and got to college and played overseas and stuff, which is still overachieving for a guy like me at 6'1", that didn't have any skills that rode the bench. But still, what if I'd have had the proper technique in teaching that these kids have at their disposal these days? Bullshit. If you know what I'm saying, that's the way it is in life. When it comes to business, I just had a guy on my channel who just showed you, man, you can make $10,000 a month off a damn $6,000 investment. Easy. Renting out dumpsters. I just had a kid that had made $80,000 trading. That takes focus and discipline. That's all it takes, man. And like I said in that video on my channel the other day, anyone in a Western society with enough dedication and focus can become rich. So that little shit he was just talking, that shows me he'll never fucking make it. It's not because he doesn't think. I don't think, listening to the way he writes, I don't think he believes he can get where he needs to go. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you don't think, because see, when I was young, I thought I was gonna be a millionaire any fucking way. I didn't know how because I was a kid, but I always thought I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna have that. And until my heart stopped, that's what I still feel. Ain't nothing changed. I'm still that little 8-year-old, 10-year-old kid. I'm still on the inside. Now I'm starting to see, damn, I need to manage my money better. I need to be more focused on this. So when I made the point, yeah, his word, thank you, great point. Small world, small thinking. And it is a self-fulfilling prophecy for people when they don't think. When you think, you telling me your sister makes $77,000 a year and won't loan you $5. Like shit. Sometimes if you making $77,000 a year, depending on what city you live in, Chicago, California, New York, Houston, Atlanta, you got to be careful with 77,000. You can't just ball out for real, man. You can't just go crazy with money. And if she a girl, and I mean, what does she like? Nice purses? Does she wear nice shoes? Does she like to eat out? That's it. That's 77 gone. She ain't got no damn money. Now she mad. You know what I'm saying? Now she's upset. Your ass come calling for $5. Why the fuck are you trying to borrow $5 anyway? You know, the last time, I can't remember the last time I borrowed. If I borrowed $5 because my debit card was messed up, I can't remember. Man, shit, I probably ain't borrowed $5 since I was a teenager. Real talk. Like I had my own business when I was 22, 23 years old. I was washing cars. I can't even think like that. I cannot think of a time where I was borrowing $5 from somebody. If I borrowed money, it was a sizable amount. It wasn't no damn $5. I always like, oh, I ain't got money. I figure I got some. I can get something to eat. Cause you $5 shit, that means your ass can't eat at McDonald's. So shit. I mean, why am I debating when I'm not trying to be funny? That's the problem. That motherfucker needs a mentor. I'm saying he needs a mentor. Like $5? You calling your sister asking for $5? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, I'm not laughing at people at people's misfortune. I'm not. I would like to consider myself humble, but I ain't trying to be funny. You know what, guys? I'm gonna say this. I think in success, and to be successful, you have to have some level of arrogance, and not in a sense of I don't even want to call it arrogance, a level of confidence about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't, man. Shit, you can't get nothing with $5, man. You can't even go get the damn shit. Happy Meal costs more than $5 now. Man, go. You can't even order a Big Mac combo no more for $5. Try it. Go try to order a Big Mac #1 combo with a drink and make it supersized. And see, $5 used to get $3 used to get you there. $2.99. Let's see what it'll get you now. That shit about $8. You can't even get a Happy Meal with $5. Damn, you going to the gas station putting $5 in the damn gas tank? Like, you get what I'm saying? That different mentality, just different mentality. I'm not trying to say like I ain't ever been gonna be broke again. Something might happen. I could be broken, fucked up. It can happen. But I'm gonna climb my ass right up, back up out that bitch. I'm gonna find a way. I don't know what it is, but until I see it, but I'm gonna find a way to make it about the whole. I refuse to die broke. I refuse to live in an average, mediocre life. I want better. I want a private jet. I want a 7-car garage. I want a 10,000 square feet. You damn right. We'll be on the cover of a magazine for doing something great before I leave this earth. Damn it. Ain't that what we all should want? Isn't that what we should want as black people, especially as black men? I don't care about a black woman getting it, but a man, damn it, that's what you should want. That's what you should want. And it's not selfishness. It's not looking down on poor people. It's thinking, look, man, you can have more than that. You could be greater than that. Why don't you walk in the fullness of what God made you? Don't live down here, live up here. You get what I'm saying? That's just how I think, man. Shit, I ain't finna live no average ass life if I can help it. I don't want shit about my life to be average. I'm excited to wake up every morning. You know why? Because I'm always thinking, man, when am I gonna get my business this? When am I gonna get this going? When am I gonna learn this? When am I gonna do this? I'm on the phone today talking about business shit I'm about to do with my own. We about to split some money on a business. Shit, I ain't playing. I'm not playing. You know what I'm saying? We talking about who gonna run it, maintenance, how we gonna run everything, different stuff, insurance. That's what we talking about right now. See what I'm saying? On the side, you should want that in life. Like you. So to me, if you got something like that boiling in your life, you ain't got time to be thinking small. That's a problem, man. That's a problem. I ain't look. When I start any business, I'm thinking it could be $1 billion corporation. Shit, that's how you supposed to think. You shouldn't think, man. I just want to make. Now, of course, I'm gonna put it like this: when you start something, um, it could be that. But can you at first say, hey, let me get to this small goal? Yeah, set small steps for yourself. I don't see nothing wrong with goal setting and saying, okay, I'm gonna get me a little small. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. That's my guy though. Zig Ziglar's my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? But Zig Ziglar was the main one that I heard that said, you know what, Walmart, I think he said Kmart at the time. He said Kmart doesn't pay everyone, because he was talking about, man, I hate Kmart. He said, why? They only pay $8 an hour to their workers. He's like, does everybody that works at Kmart make $8? No. Well, what's the difference between the people that make more than $8 and you? They have skills and they have experience. Well, the problem isn't Walmart. The problem is you. We need to work on you. See how perspective change? It's all on perspective. Work on yourself. Work on your skill set, and somebody will pay your ass 77,000 Black Shaw. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at me. Better yet, it's sub03639 at gmail.com. That's it. It's it. Different. Thank you. Difference. You know what I'm saying? You damn right. He's still your motherfucking set, brother. That's the way I look at it. Life is too short to be out here thinking that somebody owes you something, or you feel. And that's what he basically saying. That, well, it ain't in the cards for me to be a millionaire. I really don't. It's not in the cards for you to be, bitch. Don't tell me what's in the cards for me. I might not become a millionaire until I'm 65 years old and drop dead. Heaven forbid. But you know what I'm saying? I might be 90 years old, become a millionaire, and then die. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I made it. I did what I wanted to do. That's what it is, man. Now, everybody, this is what I'm starting to realize. God didn't put in everybody the desire to be a businessman and to be an investor. Like the brother said earlier, everybody's not going to be rich. I agree, because everybody doesn't have what's the word? The intestinal fortitude, like C.T. Fletcher says, to swallow some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And just say, man, I'm not this. I got some fucked up ways with money. I be tricking off too damn much. I'm a simp. Every time I get $1, I'm throwing it at a woman. I'm this, I'm that, or whatever. I need to stop. I need to get some dick control. I need to get some control of my money. Stop being stupid and start focusing on my own business. Stay my ass in the street. Stop eating out. Start eating bologna and rice for dinner sometime. Save my damn money and get up out the hole. That's what it takes. Sleeping in my damn car, doing whatever. I know people that sleep in their car. I got homeboys that done that shit. They not got their own businesses and stuff. But he slept in his damn car. I mean, right hand to God, slept in his car, and got a gym membership and was taking baths at the membership at the gym. Then he was talking about going and staying up in a damn storage facility. And then he got a job. He saved up and got an apartment. But he really was talking about going. I don't know. He might have did it. I had to ask him. You know what I'm saying? But especially as a man, brother, you're right. Like us as men, I'm gonna end this video with something I saw your boy talking about. And I think that's one of the biggest problems we have in America, a lot of us as black people, because I think we got the bad, weak thinking, man. And me and dudes like that, me and him would probably get into it. Because it's just mentality. You know what I'm saying? When I see you got a certain mentality, me and you gonna have real problems, because me and you gonna be arguing all the time. And I'm not built for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not built for that type of shit. I'm really not. So let me play my boy.
I'm not sexist against black men. That's my opinion on what role we should play. I have a lot of those opinions. And so until we're willing to stand up and be leaders and be men and leaders within our community and quit worshiping women and going for the trap that's been placed in front of us of we're going to be eliminated from a leadership role and we're going to fall behind and Yas queen, Kamala, she's my queen, Yas queen, Cardi B, she's my queen, Yas queen. And anything that comes out of a woman has been ordained.
Any man that put Yas queen up there is gay.
I'll never go for it. And any of you suckers out there that go for that, good luck with it.
That's the video. That's the link to that video. That was Jason Whitlock. He actually had a barn burner of a video today talking about some of the fuckery that goes on on a lot of different issues and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this. Let me find my favorite section because I want to show y'all something. There was this lady talking about feminism. Where is she? I think it's right here. Feminism 2.0.
Because feminism has pushed forward.
That's not it. It's is this it? See if this it.
If for this,
are
they really?
That's not it either. God done it. I will have to find it. But there was a video I watched yesterday of a sister. She made some good points.
Because feminism has pushed forward some very important and needed changes.
It was a white girl, but she was coming with it, man. It was some good stuff, man. But I ain't trying to stay on here forever because I got class. But I just had to come and make a couple of points. I'm gonna find this damn video. It just pisses me off if I can't find what I want, right? So I'm gonna scroll back to where I was yesterday. Let's see. Nope. I'm gonna find it. That was crazy just watching it. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Jason Whitlock, man. Woo. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Rape, murder, war. They all have one thing in common. Men. Aggression, violence, ambition unchecked by conscience, all the stuff of toxic masculinity, right? And the solution is obvious. Make men less toxic. Make men less masculine.
Let me go back and show you what she said. She sounded like some shit he was just saying about unchecked ambition. You damn right. Watch this.
Aggression, violence, ambition unchecked by conscience, all the stuff of toxic masculinity, right? And the solution is obvious. Make men less toxic. Make men less masculine. Make men more like women. But I'm here to tell you that way of thinking is not only wrong, it's dangerous. Here's why. When you try to make men more like women, you don't get less toxic masculinity. You get more. Why? Because bad men don't become good when they stop being men. They become good when they stop being bad. Aggression, violence, and unbridled ambition can't be eliminated from the male psyche. They can only be harnessed. And when they are harnessed, they are tools for good, not for harm. The same masculine traits that bring destruction also defeat tyranny. The traits that foster greed also build economies.
See that? Let me go back. Foster greed also build economies.
Good, not for harm. The same masculine traits that bring destruction also defeat tyranny. The traits that foster greed also build economies. The traits that drive men to take foolish risks also drive men to take heroic risks. The answer to toxic masculinity isn't less masculinity. It's better masculinity. And we know what that looks like. It's a young man opening the door for a girl on their first date. It's a father working long hours to provide for his family. It's a soldier risking his life to defend his country. The growing problem in today's society isn't that men are too masculine. It's that they're not masculine enough. When men embrace their masculinity in a way that is healthy and productive, they are leaders, warriors, and heroes. When they deny their masculinity, they run away from responsibilities, leaving destruction and despair in their wake. The consequences can be seen everywhere. 1 in 4 fathers now lives apart from his children. And children who grow up without a dad are generally more depressed than their peers who have a mother and a father. They are at far greater risk for incarceration, teen pregnancy, and poverty. 71% of high school dropouts are fatherless. Of all the rocks upon which we build our lives, family is the most important. And we are called to recognize and honor how critical every father is to that foundation. That was said by then Senator Barack Obama in 2008. If we are honest with ourselves, he went on, we'll admit that too many fathers are missing from too many lives and too many homes. As much as we try to deny the need for real masculine strength in society, there's no denying its necessity. Healthy families and strong communities depend on the leadership and bravery of good men. Yet, the current trend is to feminize young men in the hopes of achieving some utopian notion of equality and peace. And it starts at the earliest ages. In the school classroom, boys are invariably the problem. On the playground, aggressive games like dodgeball have long been banished. We tell young men that their intrinsic desire to compete is wrong. Everybody gets a trophy. Don't run up the score. This anti-male tilt continues on through higher education and into the workplace. It has created millions of tentative men, unhappy women, and confused boys and girls. Here's a secret that every woman knows. Women want real men. Men they can count on and, yes, look up to. No amount of feminist theory will change that. I don't know any woman at any age who is attracted to a passive man who looks to her to be his provider, protector, and leader. Every woman I know wants a strong, responsible man. That's not a consequence of a social construct or cultural pressure. It's innate. The devaluation of masculinity won't end well because feminine passive men don't stop evil. Passive men don't defend, protect, or provide. Passive men don't lead. Passive men don't do the things we have always needed men to do for society to thrive. In his book, The Abolition of Man, English social philosopher C.S. Lewis writes about this problem. He describes the tension between cerebral man and visceral man. By his intellect, Lewis explains, man is mere spirit, and by his appetite, mere animal. We need both. Take away one, and you're left with a man who's either weak or wicked. And in a world of wickedness, weak men are nothing more than enablers of wicked men. Rape, murder, war. They all have two things in common. Bad men who do the raping, murdering, and warring, and weak men who won't stop them. We need good men who will. It's not masculinity that's toxic. It's the lack of it. I'm Allie Stuckey for Prager University. Thank you for...
All right, people, that video was there. I wanted you guys to see what she was talking about and just how, okay, I'll give you the link. I'll put the link in here for y'all. But I mean, all them Prager videos be on point. I love Prager youth. Okay, he said he gets he an enabler. Hey, I guess you are. But hey, this is the thing, man. The point I was trying to make, what I was trying to make, I'm sure the brother will be like, well, what does this have to do with me? Well, it's almost like if we were kids, this would be a great analogy, right? If we were kids, would you, and one kid say, I want to be president, or I want to be in the NBA, and another kid looks at him and say, you're not going to make it. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. It's almost like we're told to shut down because we get a certain age or we get a certain life. And so it's told to shut down. I'm believing that you should go harder the older you get, because now you know better. The more knowledge you get. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to try something at 25 and fail, and try something at 35 and fail, and then fail at 40. And then finally, when you turn 45, you succeed. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I just don't see how people have this warped view that they're supposed to be living at a certain level. But we should have expectations as men, especially, bro. We supposed to have it. You supposed, like, let me tell you something. By the time you in your late above 35, you should be trying to at least make about 70,000. You should be. And if you're not, holler at me. I'm not gonna shame you. Holler at me. Because if you if Black Shark is over 35, damn, bro, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you just made some bad choices, and it's cool. But you are self-made. Everybody's self-made. Like I said, from the person sleeping on the bridge to Jeff Bezos, to Bill Gates, everybody's self-made. You've all made choices that put you where you are. Yes, opportunities don't. Let me tell you something. You know why I wasn't at Google? Because you asked me why I wasn't at Google. I wasn't at Google because I had a 1.9 GPA coming out of high school because I chased girls in basketball. I majored in calculus. I mean, not majored. I was in high school and I took calculus, AP classes, human anatomy, physiology. So when I got to college, I was able to halfway do decently. And I got out. I wasn't the best student by my senior year because I stopped caring because I read all those rich dad books. But at least I did. I can at least admit that I'm where I am because of the choices that I made. That's it. And so me not being a millionaire, I'm not a millionaire because of my own choices. It's not I'm not a millionaire because it was in the cards. No, I mean, a couple of bad choices that I made that I knew about. I knew they weren't the best choices, but I made them anyway, and it cost me because I'd never lived through a housing bubble before. But knowing what I know now, I'll never do that again. Next time I get back where I was, I might do different. I got class in a minute. What you said exactly? People want you to quit just because you're not at a certain level at a certain time. It's not over until your heart stops. That's exactly right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly right. Till my heart stops. Till my heart stops. I'm gonna fight till the day I die. Till I leave this earth. That's the way it is, man. So yeah, call it get rich or die trying. But I'm gonna fight until it's my last breath, man. It is what it is, and I expect to live, and I expect a future. And if I don't get it, I don't get it. I'm prepared. I'm prepared to leave. And I tell you what, my son's gonna be he's gonna have a way better starting place than I did. You better believe that. You know what I'm saying? And all he gotta do is sit still, he'll be a millionaire. He gonna have to do nothing. But I want to leave him more than that. So I'm gonna go out and get it, man. So that I at least, even if I fail, you know how much knowledge and wisdom you can learn from Bernie Madoff? Guys, you think about it this way. Bernie Madoff, we may look at him like a crook. He's sitting in jail. Bernie Madoff wasn't there. If you look at his track record, he wasn't there because he was just a crook. He was there also because of his credentials and who he was and what he knows. He knows the market. He understands the market. Great person to go listen to, Jordan Belfort. Go to Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street's channel, and listen to him. Listen to that wisdom and knowledge. Yeah, he went to jail. Yeah, he was a crook. But because he was there and the knowledge that he had gotten exposed to, that guy is a wealth of knowledge. It's always good to listen to people that have failed. So if I fail my way through life and my son is able to see and learn from me, he knows the pitfalls. So he'll be starting with the wisdom of somebody that's 60, 70 years old at 20 years old because he was around his dad and his dad taught him till he left, till he died. And I taught him everything I could teach him. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit ain't nobody tell me about women, about money, about investing, money management, none of this shit. I had to learn all this shit. God rest my dad. He didn't teach me all that. He taught me a little, but he didn't teach me all of it. Some of it you have to learn. And then when I teach him, he's going to be like, my dad didn't teach me as much, but he taught me enough. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. So yeah, I'm going to sit around at the table, son. Explain to me how you would do this investment. You say you want this toy. How would you pay for it? Give me an example of an investment. I want to see how you think. I don't just want you to go punch a clock. What type of idea? Give me a business idea. Let's implement it. Let's see if you can make some money. Let's see if you can make $5,000. If you do that, I'll match it. That's the type of shit I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that's the best parenting, but I want to teach. You know what I'm saying? Let me go, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that interview. That interview with Grant Cardone was funny. Grant Cardone is he exposed Grant Cardone, man. Jordan Belfort exposed Grant Cardone so bad. I was like, damn, Grant Cardone doesn't know shit. He's just internet marketing. That's all he is. Go check it out when y'all get a chance. Would I do a lemonade stand? Yeah, at a young age. Yeah. Like right now. But that ain't something I don't think he want to do. I'm gonna get him to do something else. So we'll figure it out. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some stuff. So he's 4 right now. I'm gonna give him about 3 more years. He'll probably try that. All he want to do right now is play. Y'all have a good one. He's standing right here now. Y'all have a good one.